Gary, after the 46-game marathon, we're now into the sprint finish, I suppose. How do you assess the challenge that lays ahead?
Well, it's cup competition really. It's a knockout. We don't get a second chance, so you've got to take that game by the scruff of the neck as such, and be positive about it, and go and get the win.
Does that cup tie format change matters, or always at the Ebbs Stadium you treat it like a cup tie, a one-off game that you need to win anyway?
Well, it's a one-off game. Obviously the format's changed from last year, whereas this time last year you had a home and away leg, but it changes. It's a one-off game, so it's a cup tie basically, and anything can happen regarding a one-off game.
There are no second chances, no second legs. The ifs, buts and maybes that we've spoken about need to be made to count once and for all.
You've got to take your chance. We've got a home leg as such, or a home tie. You can't ask for much more than that in front of your home supporters, which obviously, if we have a big atmosphere, a big crowd, that'll help the cause as well. But they're an informed side. They've done very, very well to get into the playoffs, and you've got to give them great credit for that. Daryl's done an outstanding job along with his staff and the players, to get into the position that they're in. But let's not take away the achievement that this group of players have made, our group of players, for the second year running into the playoffs. It's a great achievement by them, and it's set up for an exciting game.
Is there any pressure on your players?
No, I think only if they put it on themselves. We overachieved last year by getting in the playoffs. We've overachieved this year getting in the playoffs. Whatever anybody else thinks, with the amount of big clubs at this level, the amount of budgets at this level, there's a lot of big clubs who haven't made it, and we've been able to get in there for the second year running, so it's an achievement. There'll be no pressure from me, James, Russ, Steve on the players at all whatsoever, because we should embrace it, enjoy it, and whatever the outcome is, it's a fantastic experience for everybody associated with the football club. So let's have a good evening.
And a year older, a year wiser after the experiences of last year, will that help anybody, do you think?
Well, you hit the nail on the head there. I'm a year older. Look, we've experienced it, but so have Ebbsfleet as well. They know the playoff format, if you like, or experience. We had that experience last year. In the end, it wasn't a nice experience, but we had a right go at it, that's for sure. And we should be very, very pleased that we've got into the playoffs. And who knows what's going to happen? You win the game, you go into another cup tie, but the most important one is Wednesday night, and we mustn't forget that. We're up against a very, very good opponent with some real talented players within their group. We've got some really good players within our group, talented players. So as I said earlier, it's set up to be a very, very good game.
In that, you've already highlighted Ebbsfleet's good form. I think it's one defeat in their last 14 games. They've almost been the team that have snuck in unexpectedly, I think, to an extent surprised themselves as well. So they should not be underestimated.
No, not at all. They won't be from our side, that's for sure. I think they're really pleased that they're in there. I think everybody associated to their club will be delighted, and so should we as well, that we're in there. But they've got some momentum, that's for sure. But if you look back, Forest Green going into the playoffs last year, they didn't have the best form going into it. They didn't have a lot of momentum behind them, and look what happened to them. So look, it's a one-off game. Who knows what's going to happen, but it's going to be an exciting one.
In that, people usually say, "Oh, there's always one team that sneaks in and then carries through with that momentum." That's not always the case for you.
No. Look, who knows what's going to happen? You could be outstanding on the night. Your performance could be outstanding, and a mistake costs you. A decision doesn't go your way; it can cost you. You might have a horrendous evening, and something drops kindly for you, and you win the game 1-0. we want that crystal ball to see what's going to happen. You can't have that. We're going into the game, you know, looking forward to it.
How's the squad looking? Matt McClure just missed out on Saturday. Is he back into contention for tomorrow? Or you've got plenty of options with or without Matt.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, you know, I don't know with Matt. It might come a little bit too early for him. We have got one or two concerns from the weekend. So, but look, it doesn't matter. It's about the squad. One or two may come in, one or two may go out, but it's one of them. We just have to wait and see on the night. And
I think we're on Tuesday morning. The tickets have only been on sale for a few hours. I think we've already sold over 1,000 advance, possibly up to 1,200. We've said it all season. It's one more chance for them to make themselves heard and make their presence felt.
Yeah, most definitely. And we said all along when it's an evening game, the atmosphere is great. You know, and we've said all along we want to make it a fortress, and the more the merrier. The more that the supporters, the crowd get behind the team, we can only benefit from that. The more there's a mistake that we make in the game and there's a little groan, it doesn't help anybody. You know, none of the players go out on the field to play to make a mistake. Let's get behind them. Let's have one real big push tomorrow evening and see where it takes us. It's as simple as that. But the support has been very, very good throughout the season. One big effort by everybody, and let's see what happens.
Absolutely, we look forward to it. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.